To be able to take this approach, you need to be able to combine your data. This can be data from different sources, such as your online data. So for example, your channel data, your website data, your ATS data, your marketing automation data, your HR or finance data, and probably other data sources that you either already have or will have in the future. This, especially within recruitment, proves to be very difficult, as you might already be experiencing, and all our customers used to experience as well. And as you might have guessed, this is why we have built a technology that is able to unify all your recruitment data into one data lake. This is called our core module. So this is our core product that all our customers are using in order to get all their data into one data lake. Now, the main reason for this video is to help you understand how we do that. So how do we get all your data into one place? And for that, I'm going to make a little drawing. Don't mind my drawing skills, but let's try. So first of all, we need to understand the online part of the candidate journey, right? So this is the part where people come to your website, are using channels, etc. So for that, we use a methodology in which we place tracking pixels on your website. So you have your current asset, which is your website, and we place our tracking pixels on all the different pages that are in your website. So that makes sure that whenever a person is on your website, our tracking codes recognize, hey, there's a person on your website. So what we have is we built a data lake of candidates. And the first point that we usually see is, hey, a person is on your website. So data is being sent into this candidate profile, and we register that. Cookies are placed on the candidate's device in order to be able to also see when the person comes back to your website. So whenever a person comes back, we see that they are there again. We can also do this cross-device, which I won't go into right now. So what are we registering about this person? First of all, we are registering what they do on your website. So what type of content do they look at? What type of jobs are they looking at? Which specific jobs are they looking at? How far do they get into your application process, for example? So these are all events that are being stored in the candidate profile. And when the person comes back, we add that information to the same profile. Next to that, of course, mostly candidates are coming from different channels, which can be social channels, search engines, job boards, whatever it may be. And we register here what channels campaigns are attributing to these events that we are registering. Okay, now let's say we have a candidate that applied at a specific time, 10 a.m. at a specific job, sales role in London. Cool. Now we want to understand who is that person in your ATS or CRM that you are using, right? Because we want to be able to get the data together. So we need to start extracting data from your ATS. So we build on the API of your ATS or your CRM. And what we do is like I said, we build on the API, and what we do is we talk with the API, and so just talk with your ATS in a technical way, which means that we basically say, what is the ID of the person that did apply at 10 a.m. at a sales job in London, right? So the ATS basically responds and gives us the ID of that person, which we store in the candidate profile. Great, because now we can start tracking what happens to this candidate. Every day we can ask, hey, what is happening to candidate ID X? And it will tell us what job it's being connected to, how far it is getting in the process, if you do your admin right, what recruiter or hiring manager they are connected to, which customer or internal customer they are connected to, and ultimately if this person is being placed or hired by you. Awesome. Now, that's great, because now we understand, for example, which you can see in one of our other modules, which channels are attributing to quality candidates and placements or hires. Great. For a lot of our customers, however, that's not enough, and we want to do more. We want to, for example, also be able to track the candidates that are already in your ATS before we started working together. And also during our collaboration, through other sources than your website, people will be going into your ATS, for example, via sourcing, right? Or via referral. And we want to be able to track those people on your website as well, because with another module that we have, or with other use cases that our customers have, we want to be able to understand which of the candidates in my ATS are back on my website, are reading my emails. So because we want to understand which of the quality candidates in my database are probably on the move, are likely to be in the market for a new role. So how we do that is by integrating with your marketing automation system. So that is a system like MailChimp, Marketo, HubSpot, etc. A system that syncs with your ATS or CRM and helps you nurture those candidates. If you don't have one, get one. We can help you with that. So what we do is we also build on the API of the marketing automation system. And let's say you are emailing a candidate that is in your ATS, but got into your ATS during our collaboration via another way than the website, or was already in your ATS when we started working together. So we didn't track their digital journey so far. Okay. So how that works is when you email that person and that person clicks one time on a link in your email, that person will go to your website. Great, because that's where our tracking codes are. And that means that we can create an ID in our system for that person. And through the API with your marketing automation system, we can find out what the ID of that person is within the marketing automation system. And because your marketing automation system is syncing with your ATS, we can find out what the ID of that person in your ATS is. Great. So that means we have a way to track all the candidates that come in through your website, but also have a way to track all the candidates that are already in your ATS before we start working. And we have a way of tracking the candidates that are coming into your ATS during our collaboration via a different way than your ATS. Then for some of our customers, we also connect with their finance or HR applications. And basically, it's a similar process, right? We try to find something that's in a data set that we can track already or that we have already that is similar to some data in here. And so the idea is that as applications, the architecture of our customers grows, we can connect with all those assets basically that you are using. So I hope by now you understand how we build one data lake that can help you take the approach that we talked about in the beginning of this video in order to build and measure more successful candidate journeys. So if you're interested in how this works, if you would like to do this with us or you want to do it yourself, our team would love to help you forward. The easiest way is to click the request demo button and our team will be in touch very soon. Thank you.